Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the class spawn that just came out. So, let's get to it. Okay, so 70 gems is interesting. They made the 33 cost plus 70 gems. I honestly didn't think they were going to update it. The fact that they even updated it means that they're realizing that they need to update it, but at the same time, the way they updated it is so pathetic. It's dumb, and I personally just don't even recommend even like caring or looking or even thinking about the spawn whatsoever. I do not kid you. We've had a full 36 cost era, and now we're moving into 37 cost era, and after all that you are finally updating it, and only by one cost. Then you demand that it's going to be 20 gems more than it originally was. Gems don't grow on trees, unfortunately, A-Team. If they did, that'd be a different story. We'd be cool with some of the stuff you do. But gems don't grow on trees. This is like a 37... Let me scratch that. $42 for a weapon that's not even the highest cost anymore. It could get destroyed by the highest cost. Is terrible. Being granted, there's not many 37s out. But if you're saving your gems, you want to save your gems to something like a 37 cost, obviously, because that's where your gear score is going to really boost, and not waste your gems on something that doesn't really help your gear score like a 34 cost. So it's like, why even? If you like, if this spawn's like 100 gems, you better have. I'm just saying, you better have split, like equally divided rates between everything in the spawn. Personally, is what I want to say about it, because it's so, that's blasphemy. That's complete blasphemy. That's outrageous that you even doing that in the first place. So maybe it's true that they actually are bumping it up because they know the value. Like, AT makes the spawns, we don't make the spawns, so when they're pricing these, they could be sometimes pricing these for legitimate reasons and everything surrounding that scenario and situation, because every once in a while they do slip up, or I think they slip up, or they just kind of do like a low-key giveaway. I'm not sure, but they've done this in a couple spawns in the past where they just give away like good spawns for really cheap, or like if they're expensive, kind of, they offer like stupid good rates for no types of reasons. They don't do this very often. In fact, they haven't done this in a couple months. I want to say like 4, but sometimes they do this. Maybe this is one of those occasions where they did this, and because they know it's actually more valuable than originally their step-up spawns would be due to the rates, they bumped the gems from 80 to 100. But where I stand personally, I feel like that's probably not going to happen, and they just bumped it up because they are too lazy to actually officially and logically upgrade the whole spawn. So that's my intake on it and everything surrounding that scenario and situation. They do have a number, yes, they do have a number of 34 costs. So if it's in here, I'm already looking at the top 3 are already 34 costs right off the bat. Sword of Piety is 34 costs. What else we got that is in here that is 34 costs? I think that's it, but that's a number right there. So it's not just like one either. It's it's a lot of weapons. It's like 4 or 5 and stuff like that. And usually how class spots work is the lower the rates, the higher the cost. It is infused 4 times, so that is a beneficial factor. Like, the whole spawn is a really good idea, but the low cost they have to make like it guaranteed being is not worth it. If the 36 cost was still the highest, if we were just entering the 36 cost era, would this be worth it? For sure. It would be kind of outrageous that they still would make it 100 gems, but for sure, when 36 costs are out, 34 costs for sure would be definitely a better deal than what they got going down at 35 cost armors, for sure. That's 2 costs below the lower cost guaranteed. And I don't think they understand this, so I want to say this right now, AT. The more cost you make, the more of a gap between each and every cost you're going to make will be. Like, if you compare a 21 cost to a 22 cost, whether it's armor, weapon, or anything of the sort, there's not much of a gear score difference. But nowadays, they're like a 33 cost versus a 36 cost is like a 20k difference, if not. Hold on, let me actually go to my actual legitimate set. Some of you will have been wondering, even though I have a what's it called? I have a playlist called Tips and Tricks. So if you want to know everything about that, I still have it up. It's visible. It's like 20 something videos where I talk about the new stuff, or this, not the new stuff, but stuff to help you out in general. So if you're ever really completely confused, I might have some stuff to really help you out and help you conquer whatever it is in my tips and tricks guide. So right here, difference between a 33 and a 36 cost, that's a 3 cost difference, is 20k if not 20k difference. So that's why I'm saying, like, the cost, the higher the cost, the more cost you're making a team due to the percentages you're getting. Like the percentages off the skill tree, the percentages off the Xenobow or the Xeno weapon you have. And each time you add more skill trees, right, which the 6th skill tree was the last one, you're even making the gap wider. So when they made the 6th skill tree, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, they made the gap between costs even wider because they have a huge percentage for what you got going. 10% for guns, 10% for bows, and I'm pretty sure for solid, like attack statting classes like the mage and the lancer, I think it's like a 20% boost, I forgot. But yeah, they get huge boosts now. They're getting even bigger boosts than before. So the gap's even wider as they add the 6 skill trees. So the difference between free-to-plays and wills is easily becoming more visible throughout the days and eras of them adding more costs. And yeah, that's pretty stale, and they need to do something about that. At least make these spawns more free-to-play, so that way people have more of a fair chance. Or come up with a system for free-to-plays to make it more fair and everything surrounding that situation. But yeah, so that's really all I gotta say about the class spawn. Is I pretty much, even though they probably have some good guaranteed stuff in here, I'd stay away from it because I mean, if you want to test it yourself, you can. Unfortunately, I'm not going to test it. It being 100 gems, they might actually have low-key pretty good rates for the class spawn, but generally how they work is the lower cost stuff will absolutely they're the monarchs of the whole spawn. They're the ones who really like shine the most in the spawn, and they're usually the ones that you're usually going to get throughout the spawn. Also, when you're actually spawning for the class spawn, sadly. So that's really all I gotta talk about for the class spawn and everything surrounding it. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the AzureWrath, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.